Here we go. Bruce Mowat needs a good piece of the button.
Go Weaver room.
McMillan and Lammy.
Too much room. Too much.
Too much room. This is not breaking out of there either.
Carve. Carve.
Now they're going to try to work it in there. Did they leave it too long?
They gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Oh, they did. What a sweep. That was, they left that as long as they could. And they worked it in there to the last second to get a piece of that button.
Well, that's why they're #1 on planet Earth for a reason. What a team, what a game, what a night of curling this has been, Kirk.
Yeah, we were treated to some good stuff. Lots of pressure in that first game. There's lots on the line for both teams, and then 2 Olympic teams finish it off here in crazy fashion. I thought Casper might have had it, but not quite.
So the world's #1 picks up the win. Team Vrana picks up the win over Hasselberg. In a shootout, so 2 shootout wins. Exciting night here at the Southeast Event Center. And here we are with Devin Heroux, going to join us momentarily for the extra end. Devin, the excitement is super high up here. We are just buzzing. What a night it's been.
Robbie, we love drama, don't we? And you and Kirk steered it perfectly here tonight. 2 shootout games. We had 2 shootout games last night. It is as good as it gets. And, you know, coming into tonight, this Swedish showdown, we knew there could be high emotion, and do we ever see it? Some of the players are still down here. What is seen as Rana stays alive. And, of course, those Scottish lads pull off a win. Great stuff from both of you. We'll let you sail into the night here in Steinbach because the extra end with Joel Returnes starts right now. Thanks very much, guys. As we continue on the post-game show right now, somebody that had no drama in his game, Joel Returnes, and he can step into the fray right now, and he joins us. How nice is it to just kick back, Joel, and great to see you. Happy New Year. 6-2 win over McEwen here tonight in 7 ends. You made it look easy.
Well, it's never easy. I still prefer winning without shootout, like we did tonight. We were solid. I mean, I have to be honest. My team really played very well, and we had a good game like we had this morning. So it's a good day at the office.
You guys are playing very well. 2 wins and a shootout loss so far. Where are you at 1 month to go until the Olympics?
We are exactly where we want to be. We're feeling confident, and we know we are taking part in a great event in a month from now in our home country, and we definitely want to do well there. So we are trying to be as ready as possible, and I think we're doing well right now.
You've done this before, been there, done that. Let's go back 20 years ago. I think you were 22 years old, everything in front of you, playing at a home Olympics. And you know, Joel, I was thinking about it. Very few athletes on this planet get to play in 2 home Olympics. It's rare company that you're entering. Have you made sense of it, and what does it mean to you to be playing in Italy all these years later?
Well, making it to the Olympics is already something huge, you know. Like,
sure.
Not everybody has this opportunity, especially like if you think a country like Canada, I had so many competitors, and so I know I'm a privileged person. Making the Olympics in your home country is something even bigger because you get to play in front of your home crowd and in front of your families and all the people supporting you. Doing it twice in a lifetime, I think, is something I couldn't even imagine when I started curling or when I took part in my first Olympics. So yeah, I'm super proud of that.
I think your team's having a post-game meeting. What do you think they're talking about over there with Coach Fry?
They're probably talking about where they should go for food at this time because they're probably very hungry. They're looking at me like, can you be fast? And we're hungry. We want to go eat.
All right. Well, we will be as quick as we possibly can on the post-game show. But, you know, I'm thinking back to where the sport was in terms of popularity, in terms of how well-known it would have been. Take us back to curling in Italy and Pinerolo in 2006, because I mean, it grabbed hold of the country, but my sense was Italians were just getting really to know the sport, and they were getting to know it through you.
Yeah, Italians really like sport, and especially at the Olympics, and especially if you're doing well, it's easy to cheer for you. And I think in the last few years, Italian curling did very well. So we've got lots of fans back home, and I'm sure it's going to be a blast at the Olympics because people know what curling is now. People know that curling is fun to watch, and they will cheer for us for sure. And I'm sure they're going to have a good time, and we're going to have a good time.
Joel, you and I have had so many conversations over the years, but I really don't think I've ever asked you about your origin story of curling. Who are you looking up to in Italy as you're starting? Who was around? What was the community like as you were getting started?
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays I think juniors and young players are a little bit spoiled. Like, I started playing on hockey ice, and we had ice like once a week, and we had to go on the ice after hockey practice. So the ice was really, really bad. We had to make our own ice in half an hour because we didn't want to waste too much time that we could have used for practice. And that's how I started. And I was living in a small town in the north of Italy, and curling was quite popular, but just in that town. So we were like a few curlers. And I didn't have any examples in Italy. Like, there was a national team, and they were like my heroes. And then I started to beat them, so I figured out I was kind of good. I had to look abroad. I had to look abroad for examples. Canada has always been like the like a lighthouse for me, like to give me the direction and show me what I should have been as a grown-up athlete. And it wasn't easy, but passion made it, and it kept me in the sport. And I've been beaten up many times, and I kind of became successful late in my career, but I'm glad I'm still here, and I want to show that I belong to here.
What are some recollections of those 2006 games? I mean, you would have been just bright-eyed at the whole experience, but you took down Guju, and I remember the scenes, the joyous applause and celebration in the arena. But what do you recall that stands out to you about those games?
First of all, I was super lucky to be at the Olympics because we were host country. We didn't qualify for those Olympic Games, but being a host country, we had a free pass to the Olympics. So it was a great opportunity for me. As you mentioned before, I was 22 years old. I didn't expect anything. Just I wanted really to enjoy as much as possible that event. And we played with no pressure because we knew we were like not the favorites for medals. So we were really playing with no pressure and in front of our crowds. And we got better day after day. And we took down some good teams, and like Gushu and Schuster with Pete Fenson, who won bronze in the end. So we had 4 wins, and I think it's still the best result for men's curling in the Olympics so far for Italy. So, and our national coach Marco Mariani, who played with me those Olympic Games, keeps telling that to my teammates right now. So he says like it's time to beat that record, and I hope we can do that this time in Cortina.
When you guys were playing in Schaffhausen at the 2024 Worlds, I understand a bunch of your supporters took the train down and created almost like a football type atmosphere. What are you expecting in Cortina in terms of the scenes and the fans and what that atmosphere might be like?
We expect at least the same atmosphere was at the Worlds, because that was amazing, and our fans really enjoyed being there. They had a lot of fun. They had a few beers too, and it was loud. It was loud, but always respectful, and that's something that is important for me. Like, you can cheer, you can be loud, but you have to be respectful, because curling is a respectful sport, and you have to know when you can cheer and when you don't have to boo. And I think people got more educated about this, and because it was not like that in Torino 2006. I remember cheering or booing at the wrong time, but it's people didn't know.
They didn't know.
No. Now they're a little bit more aware of what's happening, and they'll be good. And I think all teams will like that atmosphere, and I'm sure it's going to be a good show.
It's going to be rocking. What a facility it is. The old facility from, the 56 games back in Cortina.
Exactly, 56.
Unbelievable. Wooden facility. I think the ice is going to be great. Okay, we're going to continue on the post-game show. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to wrap. A few last closing thoughts from Joel Returnaz, skipping in his second home Olympics in about a month from now as his team makes dinner plans off camera. Okay, we'll be back right after this break. We are in Steinbach, Manitoba at the Southeast Event Center on a Wednesday night. It was balmy outside, sunny, hovering around 0. Ideal curling weather, I would say, with Joel Returnez. You spent a lot of time in Canada. Maybe just a quick word on life in Canada, away from your family and all the travel, and how much of a grind that is, Joel.
I got used to it.
Yeah.
My family got used to it too.
Sure.
We know like time difference is the biggest thing, because nowadays with FaceTime and WhatsApp and all the technology,
Sure.
you can keep in touch with your family, you can see your kid, and so it's easier than it used to be. But time difference is really bad. Sometimes I wake up and my wife and kid are going to bed, and the other way around when they wake up in the morning. So, but you know, that's where the action is.
Yeah.
That's where the good teams are. We got plenty of good teams around the world too, but the main competitions are here in Canada, and yeah, that's the place to be if you want to play at high level curling.
Brilliant. Last one for you before you run off into the night here and have a post-game celebration after a victory here tonight. How important is this event going into the games just to set this thing in the right direction?
We're trying to get the right performance. We're not like really focusing on the result in the end. Of course, we want to do well. We want to qualify and possibly win the event, but most important for us is to perform the way we want, because we know we got a great appointment in a month from now, and that's where we're aiming.
Can't wait to watch you. What a thrill for you. Incredible longevity in the sport. And like I said, for a lot of Italians, you are curling. And what an honor that is. Put on a great show. I know you will. And good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you so much.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Awesome. Joel Returnez here on the post-game show. We're going to continue as we roll on here at the Southeast Event Center on the extra end. And into the fray and into the spotlight right now, Anna Hasselborg, after what was a heck of a game. Walk right in, Anna, absolutely. Big of you to do this in this moment. I appreciate you. Not the way you wanted that game to end, Anna. How are you? And what's going through your mind in this moment?
That I want to take my last rock back and not throw it a little bit tight, because then it was a bit patchy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yes. What do you do to process a game like that? I know in the minutes after it, there's emotion, raw emotion, and I think you've done this enough to know you have to let yourself feel that and then move on. So how do you process these things, Anna?
I try to look at it if, like, was it something that I can learn out of it, or did I do all the processes right? And if I did that, and I just, like, then it was a miss. But if I didn't do it, which I didn't think I did this time, I think I have to learn from that and learn from the ice. And I don't know, it's also, I'm just feeling a little bit jet lagged, so it's also like one of those kind of things. It's I think I have to prepare a little bit better for a night game than I did this today. So yeah, I guess I will have to learn from that.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because I think as Canadians who are here for these slams all the time, we roll in and maybe it's a 1 or 2 hour difference. European teams have to face that. It's a 2-game day for you as well, and it's a night game. So when you come into a game like that, there are all these factors. And you sometimes can do everything you possibly can, and maybe even then, it sneaks up on you in these last moments at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much sums up. And we also had a very rough way here to get here. We were delayed and had we were probably delayed. Like, we had to sleep one night in Winnipeg and one night in Munich, and like it was a crazy ride getting here. But like, I'm not blaming that, but it's definitely like a factor. Like, if we get into a championship, we will come a lot earlier than we do before the slams, because we need to save time with our families back home. But like, it's not like I would never blame that, but I definitely think that
it's a factor.
It could be a factor.
Sure.
And but tonight I just want to take my last rock back and throw it better.
And you're wearing Rock Shop gear because you talked about your journey here. I think we have the video that our team did with your team getting gear from the Rock Shop, because as Team Hasselborg was coming in, your luggage didn't arrive.
No, I just got a compliment here from Jess, and she said like, "You smell good," and I was like, "That is good because this is the only shirt I have. I literally have one T-shirt and this rock shop." So
Do we have
very
the
good.
video? Do we have some of that? Why don't we hit that video right now and watch some of this?
All right, hello, I'm with Anna Hasselborg, and we are right beside the Rock Shop on Monday night. Normally a practice night at the Grand Slams, Anna, but what happened?
It took some time for us to get to Canada and get to Winnipeg and Steinbach. Yeah,
Like how much? Like I heard it was a lot of time.
it was a lot of time. So we went to Stockholm, Munich. We slept in Munich. We flew to Vienna. Vienna, Toronto, and then we were delayed in Toronto, and we arrived after midnight in Winnipeg, slept in Winnipeg, and then we drove here.
So you're like 2.5 days to get here.
Yes, and that's how much we love it here.
And where are your bags?
Yeah, so it was a snowstorm coming in Sweden. So apparently they're stuck in Sweden. They're still at Arlanda.
So you basically, like what you're wearing is like what you own currently.
Yes, and curling shoes and my curling jacket, and yes.
Okay, well, we don't want you to wear your curling shoes and curling jacket around Steinbach all week, so we're going to take your team on a shopping spree here at the Rock Shop.
Thank you.
All right, we're here in the Rock Shop change room. As you may notice, it's just the concourse. So we've got some GSOC sweatpants.
So there you are getting suited up. I mean, you were kind of underselling it. This has been a hell of a journey to get here, Anna.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Any sense on when your luggage might arrive?
I'm pretty much just hoping it to stay in Stockholm now because like we're leaving
But
pretty soon.
right by the time it gets here.
Yeah, so no, I don't think it will. It's like been moving around on Arlanda. I can see that on my air tag, and
Is it in Stockholm still?
it's in Stockholm still, and like it's not even registered in the system. So I think we're out of luck. I think I will have to just go to Arlanda and just try to look for it myself somewhere. Yep.
Wow. Okay. We're a month away from another Olympics. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling as you enter? I think this is your third consecutive games, Anna.
No, we're feeling really well. Like I think we are exactly where we want to be. Like we're staying in our bubble and in our processes and just focusing on each game. And like we talk about so much, like it's important to enjoy the ride, and we know that for a fact for being there twice. And I think right now I'm just not thinking too much of the Olympics. I'm just enjoying myself here, and then I'm going to be back home, and I'm going to enjoy myself with my family, and then I'm going to enjoy myself at the pre-camp and just take it step by step and enjoy the ride.
How different, you know, you and I, you got vulnerable with me at the Players' Championship in Toronto last year, and the toll of it all the emotion was evident. How nice is it to be at this point of your life and your career going into something so monumental like the Olympics and know that you can be present and you can be with your family and you talk about enjoyment, like just being able to sink into that and how helpful that is for mental health, physical health, all of that to go into the Olympics? Maybe something you weren't armed with earlier in your career.
Yeah, like I think it's like definitely like a pro side of like kids make you be very present.
Sure.
But it's also like it's no like I cannot like oversell to be like a mom. It could also not take that back. I'm overselling it because it's good. But I'm just like trying to say like it's pros and cons like when you come to professional athletes, but that's the way I want it. I don't want it any other way. Like my family and my kids are definitely number one. And like if this would have been our number one, we would have got in a lot earlier. We would not have been like thinking about having a shorter pre-camp or whatever that is. But that's not where we are right now in our lives. Like family is number one and curling is number two. And sometimes that is good for curling and sometimes that is bad for curling.
Sure.
But it doesn't matter because we're just taking what we're having and making the most out of it. And maybe I didn't explain it
it's
perfect, but like it's just like, you know, like in 2018, like if like we were not getting a cold every other week because we had kids at preschool. Like now we're at the stage where we're lucky if we're like
Not sick.
Not sick. So it's definitely something else, but it's like it's a good else. Like I don't want it to be any other way because this is life and it's our life and we want it this way. And
Beautiful.
yeah, I don't know if I explained it well,
It's
but
perfect.
yeah, okay.
I get it. I get it. I think sometimes, Anna, in my years of talking to athletes, there has been this feeling that if you're not all in, if you're not feeling the pain and the grind and the stress of your sport, then you're not committed to your sport. And I think we've seen a lot of athletes burn out because of that. What I'm hearing from you is that there's a healthy balance between life and sport and family, which is a sweet spot for you. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, I think you sum that up, and I think it's, for me personally, it's been taking a while to find that balance too. But yeah, I think we all are finding the balance at the right time, and it's coming together. And this is the first Olympics where our kids are going to be there, so that is huge. And yeah, that's going to just be so much fun.
I've wondered about that as we wind down. You know, life looked very different for you in 2018 when you won Olympic gold. Now your kids are going to be watching. I mean, let's just visualize that for a second, to be out on the ice at an Olympics as a mom with your kids there. What is that going to feel like for you, Anna?
No, I really hope it's going to feel amazing. I definitely want to make them proud, and my daughter is getting like a little bit bigger, so she understands what I'm doing. And when the Olympic clothes arrive this year, it's like not me testing them first. It's definitely my daughter. So that's really cool to see how pumped she is and how excited she is. And my son is just tagging along. He's 2.5, so he just says that Mommy's going to play curling. So
it's sometimes that simple,
yeah,
isn't it, Anna?
Sometimes it's that simple.
Hey, listen, I want to commend you because I know it was disappointing tonight, and big of you to join us tonight on the post-game show. So get some rest tonight.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Anna
you.
Hasselborg on the post-game show in her Rock Shop apparel after what has been a harrowing adventure from Sweden all the way here to Steinbach, Manitoba. Okay, I think we have updated standings to look at here. There it is, as we put a bow on day 2. There are the updated women's standings. Team Gim at the top of the table, Hasselborg there, and Tirinzoni, Peterson, Holman with a loss earlier today. So there are the standings. Let's look at the men's standings. And Team Mowat with a shootout victory here tonight when it looked like they were up against it, finding a way to win like the Scottish lads always seem to do. Returnage, 7 points. Of course, Joelle joining us on the post-game show. And there is the rest of the bunch, those Maple Leafs on the other side of the table. And we've got a full slate of games, 4 draws Thursday at the Grand Slam of Curling. Of course, all games on rockchannel.com, and Sportsnet coverage, of course, begins tomorrow as well. So we start at 8:30 a.m., noon, 4, and 8 p.m. What a night it was. I'm bundled up here in my jacket. It's cold here. It was balmy outside, cold in the rink. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. Day 2 of the Players' Championship in the books. We'll be back with a full slate of nonstop curling on Thursday here in Steinbach.